Hello, this is Divine Sunshine, and welcome to the shadows. What is it that we've got to work on as far as twin flames? Now, I know a lot of times people, this is always the least likely looked at video, rather it's on TikTok or whatever, or YouTube. However, in order for us to be in union with our person, we have to truly understand that we've got to look at what we are bringing to the table, because if you're not bringing anything to the table, nobody wants to sit there and eat with you. Let's be honest. And so in order for us to do that, we've got to do the work. Now, these retrogrades have brought to us several things, or IGTV, depending on how long this will be. Several things have to be looked at, especially with this retrograde, because the retrograde brings the energy of re-looking, re-evaluating, reassessing, revaluing, looking at our worth again, all that stuff, whatever it is that it helps you. And those are the ones that pretty much come to me, take a reanalysis of things. So reassign as well. So those are all those things like that. So right now we're looking at the door to value. So right now what we are being pushed to through these retrograde periods with these planets that coming in shifting is a door to value. How are we being valued? Are we looking at the material worlds to tell us what our value is, or are we really truly looking within and seeing the garden, which means to me our spirituality, and seeing how things are blooming within ourselves? Because there is so within and so without. We have to look within ourselves to get the value of what's going on with us, instead of looking outside of ourselves, because that stuff outside of us is very temporal. That's not very permanent. But what's happening with you, you have control over the things that are happening within you. You don't have control that's happening without you, which means outside of you, or with or without you means not being included in the world. Because sometimes, because us being divines, we're not included. We're not in the know. We're not in the circle of things, and so a lot of times we stand out, and that's something that we have to work on, our uniqueness. So this is something, and we're talking about our door to value. This is probably going on IGTV or YouTube, just talking to myself. So we have to understand, now we got a lot of reversals, a lot of reversals. So that means that today means this is what we really are moving into, and this is what they want to emphasize, that really we are working in being an angel of love. That means in our spirit and our emotions and our divine feminine energies, in order for us to ascend, to really become divine and go to that next level, we need to see how it is important to express love in every area, to ourselves, in our world, unconditional love, understanding the value of love, how to be able to hold love, and understand how important it is to be loved. Next thing we have is fragmentation. Fragmentation here is the shadows. So these are the shadows we have to work with. So our shadows that we're working with is our fragmentation. There is pieces. I'm seeing like a puzzle piece. There's things that are missing, and we're not coming together as whole as we'd like to appear that we are. Us as spiritual beings, a lot of times we try to fake it till we make it. And you know what? When it comes to spirit, you can't do too much faking. That ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, spirit call you on your BS and your mess real quick to understand that you're supposed to be acting like you're blessed. And so the part that's missing here, and I'll turn this around for you here, is again really relying on our intuition and our awareness in order to understand that we are spiritually complete. However, we have this illusion that is messing with us as well, that we are believing in, and we're not really too much into the intuition and awareness. We see the keys down here. The key for you to be able to really truly have self-union with yourself is in your lower, which is called the divine masculine. The divine feminine energies, it looks like to me, is like if this would get powered up, this would have color. So again, right now everything is kind of black and white and kind of gray, but in order for that, we need to have that technicolor. We need that divine masculine energies, which was everything in the lowest chakras, will be your solar plex, how you are being able to stand in your authority, know who you are, how you show up in the world, in your sacral, how you having healthy relationships, how you're able to manifest in your root, being able to be grounded and rooted in things, knowing your value as well, and also having healthy boundaries they bring into me as well, and kind of getting rid of those ancestry, of the root chakra, of those ancestry things that no longer suit you. Moving on here, we have addiction. So we got addiction in a reverse too as well. That means they really want to emphasize we got to deal with those shadows there. A lot of times we're thinking about addictions as drugs and sex and buying and spending and everything like that. But to me, I'm being drawn to this mind here, and I don't know what that is. All this extra stuff going on here. Overthinking is an addiction too as well. Maybe you don't know that. And when you are a divine feminine that is having overthinking thoughts like that, you cause your divine masculine to truly express it through an addiction on his end. K Moon taught me that. And so you have to watch that. You've got to get control of that overthinking, because you throw your counterpart off their kilt when you do that. That means rather they're a feminine or a masculine. They show up either way. All right. So again, so watch the things. Watch what you're doing, the spending, the whatever it is, because whatever it is that you're doing without you even knowing, or overbuying, that's an addiction too as well, because you're trying to get comfort through that. Overeating, trying to get comfort through that, overthinking. Anything that's too over is going to throw everything over the top and off the kilt, off the again, as far as the centering. That's, we see the number 11 there. That means again you got to get balanced on that one. Okay. Next thing, and this one, fragmentation. Once you get that together, I see them drawing back to that. The 2 and the 7 equals 9, which means to end that cycle. Once you get those two. So how do we move into this and how we deal with it? Here's the solution here. We need to surrender to trust. Okay, and they have that in reverse, which means really emphasize that you need to trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Any path that you choose is the right path. It's almost just like that saying, say you make so many left turns, you're going to find yourself making the right. I remember it now. I couldn't remember it, what the thing is. A right turn. And so again, you can, no matter how you get off your path like that, Spirit has its own, just like on your phones these days, has an autocorrect. It will correct you and get you back on there. You might even find yourself taking a scenic route, and even if you're taking a scenic route, it still is going to get you back to where you need to go, which is the path that is your sovereign being, back there to square one. So, again, it might be scenic route, but guess what? While you're doing that, and I know even with me, if I take side streets, I'm learning the city. Oh my God, I didn't know that restaurant existed. Oh, I got to try that one time. Oh, that store is there. Oh my God, I got to try that. Oh, this is a nice neighborhood. Maybe I might think about moving here. So you always are learning something as you go on. Or you might say, oh my God, this is much faster than me taking the expressway. Oh, anytime I get stuck, I can hit on this, this street. So this is always, it's going to redirect you back to where you need to go. This is what life is. We're learning. We're going to make some mistakes. We got to practice love with ourselves when that happens. That's one of the problems, is we don't surrender to it. We don't trust to it and know that, hey, if I make a mistake, that's all right. I ask God to self-correct that. You understand? Or source, whoever your higher being is that you believe in. All right then. And then they also say surrender to receiving support and love. I just talked about that. I wasn't looking at it. When I put the cards down, a lot of times I just be flopping, talking, but I don't actually look. So again, surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. And that is so true. Let me put it down there right here. Because the little thing for the button for you to take pictures is blocking. No, I can't see. No, it's not. I can't read. That one. So allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. A lot of times we have a hard time allowing people to help. I got it, especially the divine feminine. I got it, or even as a male, doing that in the male body as a male avatar. I got it, I don't need nobody to help me. That shows a sign of weakness. But right now where we are is, again, it's a sense of community that has been in our divine feminine energies. Look at my TikTok so you can see about what I talk about that as far as community as well, connecting with the right people, helping us to inspire us to do better. Sometimes we have to have people on the outside look at us and tell us, hey, you could do this, you could do that, because a lot of times we can't see that in ourselves yet. Once we get it and we own it, we claim it, like I say, reclaiming my time, reclaiming my love again, we will be able to truly see what the door to value is. All right then, as always, and you can, I don't know where I'm posting it might be IG and YouTube, it doesn't matter, but remember to always go and check me. If you're interested in getting a reading with me, you can go to Divinely Speaking Divinely Speaking, DivineUnisouls11.co for you to be able to get a reading with me, a book or there, if you're interested in getting and this is a real good time to help you reevaluate some things. If you want an MAT, where we look at the pain and the trauma that's in your body, you can be able to do that you're housing. You don't know why my knee is hurting. Most of the time it's linked to a trauma or emotional pain or hurt that has occurred to you and is being housed right there. And if you want to be released from that trauma, you can go to AshantiWellnessCenter.com to get more information on that, of how I can be able to assist you in doing that. If you're interested in looking at some things that are happening to you in the past and it's kind of still haunting or harboring you and stopping you from being your great self, I also recommend you to get a past life regression session with me. And that also, past life doesn't always take you all the way into other lifetimes. Sometimes it just takes you in this lifetime, and it goes from your childhood all the way up, and look at some of the patterns that maybe you have developed and you did not know. I highly recommend that as well. I think I've been guided to kind of make that a sale, so I'm going to do that for half off, 50%, $125. That would be into the end of I think at end of August. I'm going to run that for 2 weeks special. So if you're interested in getting that for $125, make sure you go right over there to AshantiWellness.com and partake of that sale, because regularly I price that $250 because that's 3 hours of work. It also comes with energy clearing as well. And it also has your higher self is giving you in source, or in your guides speak through you to give you advice about exactly what it is that you need to change. So if you want that clear-cut answer there, that's the way to go, which is again it's through hypnosis. And through that hypnosis that I take you under, which is light into the alpha state, you are able to get the answers that you seek to understand what is going on. Why am I doing this? Why is this happening as well? So go to AshantiWellness.com, AshantiWellnessCenter.com. All that information is down below if you want a past life regression session with me to see what's happening, how your past is affecting you. What else? I think that is it. For that, don't forget to get the Divinely Speaking Unplugged podcast too as well, that goes with that. This is a compliment with that one. That one goes behind the scenes. I speak unfiltered on that about things, a lot of my experiences. It's like a podcasting, blogging, podcast, effect as well, so you can kind of really get a see about what's happening and what's my thought process. And that's a lot of channel messages, and most of the time Spirit gives me a title and I go off of that and I talk about whatever Spirit wants me to talk about. All right then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Don't forget to click share, and click subscribe in order for you to be able to get a lot of this good stuff on this channel. Thank you for listening, and I want you to go out there and shine. Thank you for finding me on Divinely Speaking Unplugged or Divine Unisouls11.co IG. Bye.